In January 1947, the glitz and glamour of Hollywood masked a darker, more sinister reality. Amidst the bright lights and golden dreams, a shocking discovery would forever change the city's history. A woman's body was found, brutally murdered and left in a way that defied comprehension. The victim was Elizabeth Short, a hopeful actress looking for her big break. But in death, she became known as the Black Dahlia. Her unsolved murder sending waves of terror and fascination through Los Angeles and the world. This is the haunting tale of Elizabeth Short, her unspeakable end and the chilling mystery that still lingers over Hollywood. Elizabeth Short was born on July 29, 1924, in Hyde Park, Massachusetts. Her early life was not easy. Her father abandoned the family when she was young, and her mother struggled to raise 5 daughters. Despite these challenges, Elizabeth dreamed of a better life. Like so many others, she was drawn to the allure of Hollywood. She imagined herself becoming a famous actress, living among the stars. By her early 20s, Elizabeth had moved to Los Angeles, but her life there was far from the glamorous dream she had hoped for. She worked small jobs, often struggling to make ends meet. Those who knew her described her as beautiful and charming. Yet, she was often seen drifting through the city, searching for stability and recognition. Though she was hopeful for an acting career, it seemed that the fame she craved would elude her until her untimely death. On the morning of January 15, 1947, a woman named Betty Bersinger was walking down a quiet street in Landmark Park, Los Angeles, when she stumbled upon a sight she would never forget. At first, she thought she was seeing a discarded mannequin, but as she moved closer, she realized it was the body of a woman lying in grass, horrifically mutilated. The body was that of Elizabeth Short. Her remains had been severed in 2 at the waist, and the scene was a nightmare. Her skin was pale and bloodless, as if the body had been drained. There were deep cuts to her face, forming a grotesque smile. The sheer brutality of the crime shocked even the most seasoned investigators. Her body had been carefully posed, lying flat with her arms above her head, her legs spread apart. Words of the gruesome discovery spread quickly, and soon the press descended upon the case, dubbing her the Black Dahlia, a name inspired by the noir movie The Blue Dahlia that had recently been released. The public was captivated by the story, but the media's frenzy around the case would only make the investigation more challenging. The Los Angeles Police Department quickly launched a full-scale investigation, but from the beginning, they faced overwhelming obstacles. There were no witnesses, no signs of a struggle, and no concrete leads. It appeared that Elizabeth had been killed elsewhere and then transported to the location where her body was found. Her last known whereabouts were vague, though it was established that she had been seen in downtown Los Angeles just days before her death. In the months that followed, the LAPD received hundreds of tips and confessions, many of which turned out to be dead ends. Suspects ranged from local drifters to high-profile Hollywood figures, but no one could be definitely linked to the crime. One man who captured the attention of investigators was Dr. George Odell, a wealthy and influential doctor who had been suspected of other violent acts. His name resurfaced decades later when his son, Steve Odell, a retired LAPD detective, accused his father of being the Black Dahlia killer in his 2003 book. Steve's investigation raised serious questions, and many began to believe that George Hoddle may have indeed been involved, though this has never been proven beyond doubt. As the investigation dragged on, the Black Dahlia case became a symbol of failure of law enforcement to solve a brutal and high-profile crime. The more time passed, the colder the trail became, and the case faded into the shadows of Hollywood's darkest mysteries. Despite the countless theories and suspicions, the murder of Elizabeth Short remains unsolved to this day. The Black Dahlia case had become one of the most infamous cold cases in American history, with no answers to the question that continue to haunt those who have studied the case. Who killed Elizabeth Short, and why? Was it a crime of passion, a calculated killing by a serial predator, or something even more sinister? The media fascination with the case only added to the mystique. Elizabeth Short became a symbol. Her tragic story turned into a gruesome Hollywood legend. Films, books, and television series have been inspired by the mystery, but none have provided a concrete solution to the questions surrounding her murder. Elizabeth Short's life was short and troubled, but in death she became a name forever etched in true crime history. The Black Dahlia murder stands as a reminder of Hollywood's dark side, where dreams and nightmares exist side by side. Though decades have passed, the chilling brutality of the crime and the mystery of who was responsible continue to fascinate and disturb those who seek to uncover the truth. More than 70 years have passed since Elizabeth Short's body was discovered on that quiet street in Los Angeles. Yet her story still resonates. It is a case that has captivated generations of investigators, true crimes enthusiasts, and storytellers alike. The Black Dahlia murder remains one of Hollywood's most enduring mysteries, a dark chapter in the city's history that refuses to close. For the people of Los Angeles in 1947, the murder was a harsh reminder that beneath the glamour and excitement of Hollywood lay a world of shadows, where evil could strike without warning. Elizabeth Short may never have achieved the fame she sought in life, but in death, she became an icon in Hollywood's darkest secrets. The Black Dahlia case continues to haunt us, not just because of the brutality of the crime, but because it represents something more, an unsolved puzzle, a life taken too soon, and a mystery that may never be fully unraveled. And so, the story of Elizabeth Short, the Black Dahlia, lives on in infamy, casting a long, dark shadow over Hollywood's golden age.